In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing the cars that had their audio files absolutely butchered in Forza Horizon 4. So let's get into this. Now there is one thing you may know, and that is recycled audio files. They do it a lot, and there's a few vehicles I'm going to be looking at that were great but now sound terrible. Now if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, that would be greatly appreciated. If you are one of those people who have subbed already, you are awesome, and if you haven't, that would be a massive help. Righty, so let's talk about the first few vehicles, and these are the R32, R33 and R34 GTR. So if we first look at the R32 in Forza Horizon 4, it sounds like this. Now that sounds horrible. I don't know what they did with the original audio file, but it sounds garbage. And on Forza Horizon 3 it sounds much better, and this is what it's like. You are able to hear that in Horizon 3 it sounds so raspy and bitey and angry, and on Horizon 4 it is flat. It's like they just removed the audio file completely and replaced it with this bland thing that they've used in multiple vehicles, which I'm actually correct about, sadly. The R33 suffers the same fate in Horizon 4, sounds terrible in this game, is basically the exact same file itself as the R32, and in past games it sounds much better. Just hear it out in the current game. Now I'm going to talk about the R34. This car actually sounded like the R32 and R33 at launch, but what happened is a few months in, people were not happy about it, and Forza themselves updated the sound file. Now the audio file that they actually used is not that great. It sounds like a Porsche, not an RB motor, so yeah, hear this out. Yeah, it also just sounds bland. Even though it is a louder note, it's not that great. Now, when talking about louder notes, Forza Horizon 2, for example, has a much better sound. It has many more turbo noises, and it sounds like a high horsepower vehicle, so hear this. So you've been able to hear that the skylines do not sound very good, and also another vehicle that has come into the game recently is the Iv Supra, and sadly it suffers the same fate. So have a listen to this and you'll see what I mean. Now, this is what it sounds like in Forza Horizon 2. It is angry. And for another reference point and also a great sound, this is from Forza Horizon 1. Hear this. Now, in this game's defense, the Supra actually does sound better than in Forza Horizon 3. It's just a little bit of a nicer note and also has some more turbo noises, but honestly, I don't think it's good enough. Now, getting on with the next vehicle, and this is the Ferrari Fx Xk. In Horizon 4, it is quite bland and also sounds quite flat, but in Forza Horizon 3, it has an absolutely menacing, screaming V12 sound. So here is Forza Horizon 4. And here is Forza Horizon 3. Now, the next vehicle in this list does not actually appear in any past Forza games, but uses the exact same file from the Fx Xk in Horizon 4, and that is the Apollo IE. So have a listen right now and you'll be able to see what I mean by it. Yeah, it's just not good. If you hear it in real life, you will notice that it screams and it sounds amazing, but here it's flat. It would take a little bit of effort to get an audio file for this car. They were probably strapped for time, and due to the current world restrictions, they probably wouldn't be able to go out and get some sound recordings, so I kind of understand, but still, it sounds bad. The next car we are looking at has been in Forza. Honestly, it feels like forever, and that is the Maserati Gran Turismo. Now, you would know that this has a 4.7 litre V8, and it sounds absolutely amazing in past Forza titles. But in Horizon 4, they did this to it. So you were able to hear it didn't really sound like a V8, but in, for example, Forza Horizon 2, it sounds like this. Now that sounds worlds better. It sounds like the real car as well, if you would have heard it in real life. The next vehicle we'll be looking at also starts with M and has been in Forza for a long time, and this is the 97 Mazda RX-7. Currently, it doesn't sound too bad until you compare it to the past games. So have a listen to it in Forza Horizon 4. And hear this thing in Forza Horizon 1. Yeah, there is an absolutely massive difference, and in Horizon 1, it just sounds jaw-droppingly insane. The next car on this list also sounds jaw-droppingly insane in Horizon 3, but in Horizon 4, they ruined it. This is the Pagani Zonda R, and at first in this game, it doesn't sound too terrible until you compare it to the older ones. So here is what it sounds like in the current game. And also, here is what it sounds like in Forza Horizon 3. Yeah, that is a massive difference you are able to hear. Now, the last car that really isn't on this list, but more of an honourable mention, is the Zenvo St1. When it came out in Forza Horizon 3, in the Hot Wheels expansion, it had a sound file that was quite similar to the Veyron SS, but it also still sounded pretty good. And as you'd expect in Forza Horizon 4, they have dulled it down a ton. It doesn't sound as angry as it used to, and overall, just more quiet. Well, there you go, guys. Those are some vehicles that I've showcased today that had their audio files ruined. There are other vehicles in the game, obviously, but I didn't want to cover all of them because this would be a long video. Anyway, I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, that would be a massive help, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.